Hi guys, so this is my first solo travels. I'll be traveling to Nepal, Bangkok and Cambodia for back to back. So I've started my first trip traveling to Kathmandu, Nepal, but I have to transit in KL first. So this flight I had to wake up very early at 2 to 3 a.m. and thankfully Yuto accompanied me to the airport. And while waiting for the counter to open, I'm just hanging out in the airport and I just had this cabin baggage.
じゃあ今どんな感じ How do you feel now?
I feel I wanna cry.
Really?
Yeah,
How come?
scary,
なるほど
nervous, of course excited, but like kinda leaving to a country that I have never been before. At least Taipei, Japan, I have been alone or have been with somebody else. So this is something new for me. And the language and communication is definitely going to be different, but I'll try my best.
大丈夫っしょ
I'll see you guys in 2 more weeks, and I'll miss you too.
Me too. Miss you too.
I've just checked in inside the boarding gate right now. We'll be boarding in 1 hour's time. And I'm the first few passengers that is inside. And the flight will be at 5. Oh, sorry. Boarding is supposed to be now. Now it's 5:17. So reaching KL first, then I'll transit and change to Malindo Airlines to go to Nepal. So throughout the whole journey to Nepal, to be honest, I was feeling very scared and nervous because of the different culture, language, and definitely it's not a country that many of my family and friends would have traveled to. I felt very afraid, especially that I'm leaving home. Of course, this transit to KL, I did not feel so worried because it's like I'm going back home. Whereas it's the flight from KL to Kathmandu that worries me. But again, if I don't do it now, when will I ever do it? So it's gonna be a adventure experience that I will be able to share one day. So here it is. I'm going into the flight. The flight is pretty full because it's KL, so probably a lot of businessmen would have gone there for work. And I'm seated at the window aisle, but there's no window, but it's okay. It's just less than 1 hour of flight. And safety video by Malaysian Airlines. It's quite interesting. So once I arrived in KLIA, my first thought was to head directly to my gate for Nepal, but I was worried because I bought a separate ticket and it's not a connecting flight. So I was worried if I need to transfer to another airport. So I went looking for a transit counter and they actually helped me to print this ticket. I got my boarding pass ticket at the counter, pertukaran transfer counter. So I don't need to check out. And actually the gate was near to where I came from just now. So gate G to the right side. So in fact the gate to Kathmandu was actually just a few steps away from the KL flight. It's G4, and I had a lot of time, so I went to Ipoh Old Town to eat nasi lemak. Felt like eating some local food before heading to my gate. And at this point, my back was actually hurting, so I only had a cabin bag and a small backpack for my entire 2 weeks trip. So I've made sure that I've carried as minimal as possible, but I hope I can manage this minimal lifestyle for the next 2 weeks and practice a minimalist lifestyle. And here I am, not sure what kind of people are in Kathmandu, because I was never shared about a travel experience in Nepal, so everything I learn, I see is through YouTube. And I was very excited to know what is ahead. And at this point of time, I was also thinking if I should be trekking at least the base camp in Kathmandu, to see the mountains. So the flight was actually less than 20 to 30 people. The flight was not full at all, and the ticket was affordable from KL to Kathmandu through Malindo Airlines. Not many local people actually traveled there, and a lot of actually the Newari people going back home. So that was my sneak peek to see how the people there actually look like. So I learned a lot through this trip. Right now, I'm in the plane. It's 10:02 and I'm trying the mic. I think it's pretty clear. Thank you guys for buying me this mic. I think it's very helpful. I'll just flip it open. It's pretty empty. So I'll have a plenty room for me to lie down. I hope so, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of people departing to Kathmandu. So excited! So basically the flight was not full. I had a lot of space to rest my leg up, but it was getting very cold, and one thing that I forgot to pack is a jacket and my scarf. So I was feeling a bit chilly up there, and I did not really check the temperature in Kathmandu. It gets pretty chilly and cold at night, about 11 degrees Celsius. But on the daytime, it's around 16 to 20. And another thing that I did not plan for this trip was a full day itinerary. So I wanted to hear from the locals and just go experience what the local people do, or what would they actually suggest me to do. But again, before I arrived, I was also worried in terms of whether I could actually pass through the customs, because I've applied all my visa online, and that actually made the process much easier. So please just check everything in the description below on how to apply your visa to enter Nepal for either 15 days or 30 days or 60 days. There's a price difference, and I would highly suggest you to also bring USD currency. The officer actually asked me to pay, if I own a Malaysian passport, I should be paying ringgit. But unfortunately, I did not bring enough cash, and the funny thing is my card actually expired last month, so I had to really budget and rely on all the cash that I have. But thankfully, everything actually went smoothly. And this is almost the arrival of the Tribhuvan Kathmandu airport. A lot of mountains, it's very beautiful. So upon exiting, there's a bus that is waiting for us to take us to the Tribhuvan airport to pass through the customs and go through like airport security check. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes drive. It's pretty close, or probably less than 2 minutes. So it's pretty spacious. And this is the flight, Batik Malaysia. So it's quite a number of people, local people actually, once they actually exited out of the aircraft. I didn't know there was this much of local people. So we're on the way there. And by the time I finish filming, I'm already reaching the airport. So this is the main entrance. You will need to actually prepare your vaccination cert to show to the officer before passing through the custom officer. And they had a huge Buddha logo statue that you can take a picture before heading inside. After coming out from here, there's like a visa application process here, which I've already applied online. And if you're unsure, you can actually just look at here, just apply it here. So now I'm going to step 2 because I've already applied for it. Just paid at the visa fee here. So I'm going to go to transit visa here. So after passing through the custom, you just head down for the security check and to claim your luggage. Right now I'm waiting for my in drive, and I have Narayan with me who's helping me. So there's a lot of guys that are over here trying to like ask me to take the taxi, but I don't feel like I kind of trust them. So let me show you guys. You see the... So I'm walking with this transport. Oh. Whoa. Driver who is taking me to the place. The roads are pretty bumpy here. Hopefully I'll get to the place safely. Hello Shazia? Yeah, Lynn?
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
beautiful. I would highly recommend anyone to stay here. So this is my room. It comes with like a private kitchen, mini fridge, a small like living room. The toilet is there, which is very decent, and the bed, it looks so homey. This is my view. So beautiful. So I'm walking out from my Airbnb place. It's a very local place in Kathmandu. So as you can see, a lot of the houses here have this kind of Buddha flag. It's a sign for like peace. And a lot of the houses that have this flag are mainly practicing Buddhism. So the distance, it's about 16 minutes walk to Tamil, which is the main street in Kathmandu. The roads in Kathmandu is not, probably a lot of places in Nepal, there's a lot of potholes and the roads are uneven. So thankfully I actually wore my sports shoe, and it's recommended to wear sports shoes. I don't think I can wear slippers here, and it was pretty chilly and cold, so you see a lot of people actually wearing outer jackets. I didn't purchase any yet on my first 2 days, but I did eventually. And a lot of the wires are like tangled up with each other, but apparently they are actually building underground to install the wire underground. Sooner or later, I think there's a lot of potential and opportunity in this city, but it just takes probably many years to develop this country.